Hi, kids. Okay, greatest films of all time. Number 76, E.T. the Extraterrestrial. Released 1982. Of course, directed by one Steven Spielberg. I think this is his sixth feature film. Only his sixth feature film. Uh, Written by Melissa Matheson. So Spielberg had the idea for the film, relates it to Melissa Matheson. She goes to work writing the screenplay. Melissa Matheson, by the way, got her start in Hollywood because her family was friends with a family called the Coppolas. She babysat Francis Ford Coppola's children, so she was Sofia Coppola's babysitter. Um, and then he hired her as his assistant on Godfather 2, Electric Boogaloo. That's the subtitle for that film, right? Um, and then he encouraged her to write, and she wrote the screenplays. She wrote this. She would go on to be married to Harrison Ford. They were married from 1983 to 2004. They divorced. And then unfortunately, she died of cancer in 2015. Melissa Matheson wrote E.T. So, of course, it is based somewhat on Steven Spielberg's life. He says that when his parents were getting divorced, he kind of came up with an imaginary friend to help him cope. If you want more information about Steven Spielberg and his parents' divorce, watch The Fablemans or any Steven Spielberg film, basically. There was the idea, Night Skies, kind of spun off into three different films, really. Close Encounters of the Third Kind, E.T., and Poltergeist. I think the original idea was something about aliens terrorizing a family. Poltergeist, which Steven Spielberg did not direct. Go watch my Poltergeist video, my horror series. Then you'll laugh at that joke. It's actually hilarious. Spielberg was pretty good at getting performances out of young actors. You have to give him credit for that. Got Henry Thomas and Drew Barrymore in this. And he gets a pretty good performance out of young E.T. too, doesn't he? I need a punchline indicator. So, E.T. was the highest grossing film of all time when it was released. But when Spielberg wanted to make E.T., he brought it to Columbia Pictures, and they said, no, don't see it. It's only going to appeal to kids. Kids do not drive the market. Can't make a lot of money off children's films. Not interested. So he took it to Universal, and they agreed to make it. I think they had to give Columbia like 5% of the profits. So Columbia still made a lot of money off of ET, even though they said, no, that's kid stuff. Also, M&Ms. So in the film, of course, the Reese's Pieces that we use to lure ET. Originally, it's supposed to be M&Ms, but M&M said, no, not interested. So it's Reese's Pieces. Reese's Pieces benefited, where M&Ms didn't. So Columbia and M&Ms, both probably kicking themselves a little bit for not seeing how great Steven Spielberg's E.T. could be. And of course, this is the second time that Spielberg, and I've said this many times on the channel, that Spielberg has the highest grossing film of all time. First it was Jaws, Star Wars takes that over, then he takes it back with E.T., and then soon he will beat his own record with Jurassic Park. So Spielberg is the 80s, 90s version of James Cameron. You're welcome, James Cameron. Steven Spielberg did it for you first, whatever that means. So how does E.T. get on this list at number 76? It is because of the American Film Institute, because BFI seems to ignore Spielberg, just like the BAFTAs. Why do the British not like Spielberg? Anyways, 2000 or the 98 list came in as the 25th best American film of all time. On the 2007 list, it was the 24th best American film of all time. So in the top 25 on two lists puts you at number 76 on this list. That's the bar. That's the video. Thank you for watching. Like, subscribe. Go home.